as we have a look at the field for the Kennedy Mile. It is a cracking race. Just a little bit of news out of the sprint race. Craig Williams has reported that Giga Kick wanted to lay in all the way down the straight, made it difficult for him to ride, which might have been detrimental to his chances, and he was also a bit hyped up in the mounting yard. So a couple of excuses for Giga Kick there. As you can see, the market, my Oberon, is well in contention, but as we've heard from Jared throughout the day, it is all about Private Eye, whose form was well and truly franked in the sprint race. Colding is a bit of a roughie here from the Chris Waller stable. He's been such a great horse over the years with $6.6 million in the bank. Jessica?
Has been a brilliant horse. He's won all that money. He's now a 7-year-old, and he's had 2 starts this prep, and he's finished last in both of them. So what's the thinking here? I'm guessing I think there's more to come from him physically. He looks to still be carrying a bit of condition, so maybe it's just taken him a while to get fit now that he's older. There's 2 runs under his belt, and we look to see him run better here.
Well, he's yet to beat a runner home this prep, but dry tracks are the key to him. He's 18 months between wins and nothing.
Number 2 is Private Eye. He's won an Epsom. Last week, he won a big prize money race in Sydney at 1,300 metres. He's got to back up a week. He's got to step up to the mile. How does he look to you?
Really healthy and well in his coat. Beautiful through his body and physique. Don't know whether he's the greatest walker usually, but he just looks a little bit tight in the way he's walking around the mounting yard, if I could fault him. His
last 2 runs, he's beaten the sprint race trifecta, in fact, including Nature Strip, of course. He's been to the mile, a couple of times a Group 1 winner at the trip. Probably should have beaten Alligator Blood in a straight break and makes him better at the weights.
You mentioned he's off 7 days, had to travel from Sydney to Melbourne, but he's proven that he can do that. He's a good traveller. He's done multiple Queensland trips.
Number 3 is Cascade. He's a good soldier for the Blue Army. $5.5 million prize money, Cheska, and ran 3rd in this race last year.
Yeah, he's so solid, isn't he, Michael? This is his 43rd race start, and he is now an 8-year-old, and he's super consistent, really reliable. I wonder if he had a preference for softer ground, but had a quick chat to James, and he said no, he thinks he'll be all right on this ground. He's drawn out wide, so he'll need to probably go back and come late.
I think this is the best he's been this campaign. 2 really good wins at fast speeds in fast time.
Number 4 is Alligator Blood. He loves Flemington. He loves firm tracks, and he's dropping back from the 2002, what many think is his best distance, the mile, Michelle.
He actually looks outstanding here in the yard. He couldn't look any better. He's very relaxed, walking out beautifully and freely. His coat's magnificent, and he just looks fantastic.
Has he got one more big run in him? Of course, he beat Private Eye, as we touched on earlier, in that straight row.
That's probably the same question that they're asking of Mr. Brightside, who comes through those similar races out of a Cox Plate back to the mile here, where, of course, he's won a Doncaster. How's Mr. Brightside looking to you?
He's looking well. I think he's very healthy and shiny and gleaming in his coat, but I'm just wondering if he maybe is feeling a little bit of the racing he's had. He's had a lot of runs this time in, and I'd just be a little bit of a question mark on that.
Well, he's never run a bad race in his life, so he's going to come out and start doing that now.
Number 6 is Darlasan. He's been a great horse from his 3-year-old days right through to now. He's raced in a lot of Group 1 company, Gator. He's yet to get that elusive Group 1 victory.
Yeah, look, he's crossed the line with Cascade and those sort of horses in the past, so you can make some sort of case there.
Number 7 is Aegon, to be ridden by Jamie Carr, Andrew Forsman. This is a Kiwi who ran really well. I thought his win at Caulfield was good. It is a big step up in class today, though.
Oh, yeah, it's a quantum leap, really. He was probably lucky to win that as well.
Number 8 is Tuvalu. This is a horse that's trained by Lindsay Smith. He has had some health concerns. What Lindsay and the team have done to get him back has been great. A Group 1 winner of the Toorak Open Mile.
Well, he's never missed the top 3, this guy. What a ripper. Comes off a win in that Toorak. Now, is that the right form, given my Oberon toyed with the Toorak runners in the Vars?
Of course, gave Jared Fry's first Group 1 victory aboard this horse as well in that Toorak, so it'd be lovely to see it again today.
Number 9 is My Oberon, trained by Annabelle Neesham. Johnny Allen rides. Cheska couldn't have been more impressive in its Australian debut.
Yeah, that was his first start on Australian soil at Moonee Valley. That was a Group 2, which he won very impressively. But what did he beat? That's my slight question mark. He's in much deeper water today, so we'll find out really how he's going. Now, physically, you might think this is quite negative because he's getting quite warm, but he's also getting a bit of his winter coat. So, like I've said, Northern Hemisphere horses at this time of year, that's to be expected, and it is warmer here than when he ran at Moonee Valley. He's just foaming up a little bit around the mouth. He doesn't walk particularly well, but he's by Dubawi, so that's to be expected. That happens.
Well, he just cruised to them, didn't he? Off a wide run, sailed by them. That's all the Turak form right there.
Number 10 is Kissam. We saw an upset in the sprint. If this wins, it would be a big upset here as well, Gator.
Good little horse, though. He's got a really good finish on him, but you'd have to say others are a bit slicker at weight for age.
Team, he's a horse that we thought would be reaching this level, but he hasn't shown it on race day.
No, look, maybe a dry track will help, but I prefer him in a handicap.
All right, that is the field for the Kennedy Champions Mile. Michelle, Chesky, you've had a good look at all of these wonderful thoroughbreds. Who do you have on top?
So, they are quite a very bunch, actually, looking at them all. I'm surprised by the way Tuvalu walks. It's unusual. But I think mixture of form and looks. Private Eye, he probably isn't one that would literally knock your eye out on looks, but I think on form, on the paper, he has the advantage, and he looks well enough to me. What about you?
I went with Alligator Blood. I just thought he looked outstanding in the yard. I know he's coming back from the 2000 to the mile, but he looks fresh and well, and I just thought he looked really on song today.
He could get a soft lead.
Possibly, but I think he'll be making a bit of a test coming back from the 2000, so I don't think he'll muck around.
All right, Gator, who have you got on top?
Look, I just have to believe what I saw from my Oberon. It was an outstanding win. You have to think he'd be better for that. But look, I had real trouble splitting him and Private Eye. Punters have come for the latter. And Alligator Blood back to the mile. He's in the game.
Eddie, it's been a bit of a tense morning for Annabelle Neesham and my Oberon. How is she now?
She's going very well, thank you, Michael. Annabelle Neesham, I'll ask you directly, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling quite relaxed. I like not being favourite.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, it's nice to get the win at the end of it, that's for sure. Tell me about my Oberon. A win, it just dominated in Moonee Valley. It was one of the great runs. Has won at the mile a couple of times over in England. Very well-credentialed horse.
Yeah, exactly, and that was his first start in Australia, the Crystal Mile. He's been beautifully produced by William Haggis. So he'd only been in the country for a matter of weeks, so that was a terrific way to start, and I think there was improvement fitness-wise to come from him. So stronger field today, but if he can reproduce that sort of run and perhaps better, then he's certainly going to be fighting out the finish.
Annabelle, good luck. You've done everything in the build-up to this carnival, playing the trumpet, doing interviews everywhere. You've been sensational, been one of the faces of the carnival. Good luck with my Oberon.
Thanks, Eddie.
Good on you. Annabelle Neesham there. Well, there we go. All is ready now for the Kennedy Champions Mile, the second of the Group 1s. Another $3 million up for grabs when we return on Network 10's coverage of the mighty Melbourne Cup Carnival.
Welcome back to Final Day Champions Day at Flemington during the Melbourne Cup Carnival. The first of the $3 million features has been run and won. It was billed as a match race between Giga Kick and Nature Strip, but someone failed to tell Rockin' Horse, who caused the second boil-over in a Group 1 straight race after winning the Newmarket at 100 to 1. She did it again today, and look at Jamie Mott celebrating his second Group 1 victory, the biggest win of his career in the $3 million feature today for trainer Mike Moroney. It was his 25th Group 1 success. Nature Strip gallant in defeat, finishing second. Giga Kick, not that much luck. There wasn't much between all of them in what was a fantastic sprint. Now, as the sunshine bathes the city backdrop, we move to the next of the $3 million Group 1s. It is the Kennedy Mile. Jared, who is the hot horse?
Cool. Private Eye just went to 240, bets of 25,000, 24,000 and 20,000. He's back into 230.
I can see James Winks looking at Private Eye. How does he look to you, Winksy?
Yeah, don't worry, he's on the job, Cascadian. He knows it's game day as well. He's having a look out onto the Marbury River, but Mr. Brightside, wow, hard race to pick, but this is going to be a really, really good race.